For our 2026 Smoobu Insights report, we've pulled data from over 200,000 bookings and had a look at our top 500 performing hosts in 2025 to analyze what exactly is happening in the market. If you feel like hosting has gotten a little unpredictable lately, it's not just your imagination, because things are actually shifting. Guests are still booking their bags, but the how, the when, and the why is changing for 2026. That's why today we are opening up and analyzing our Smoobu 2026 Insights report. Instead of giving you just a list of tips this time, we're going to have a look at the raw data first. We will uncover what travelers are actually doing and then show you how the best hosts have adapted to win in the hosting market. Let's dive into the numbers. "41.7% of all bookings happen within the 7 days of the actual arrival. Last-minute bookings are more and more the rule now rather than the exception. At the same time, the traditional travel calendar is being rewritten. What we used to call the low season is slowly waking up. Bookings have actually seen a 2.5% increase, while the end of the year actually dipped by 4.1%. So what does this data actually mean? Thanks to flexible work, leisure travel, and people actively trying to avoid heat summer waves as well as extreme crowds, demand is spreading across the whole year. Because guests are booking more and more last minute now, having static pricing, which means setting one price for the entire year, or maybe even just two prices for the entire year, is a massive business risk. The most successful hosts that we have analyzed utilize dynamic pricing tools to capture this unpredictability automatically and accurately, so that they can maximize both the occupancy as well as the pricing. Furthermore, because the off-season is growing more and more popular, you need to have a backup for your listing in terms of photos and in terms of description and title. Show off that cozy winter fireplace or the mist-filled woodlands of the mountains, or show dedicated workspaces to attract any traveler year-round. Now, the second piece of data is actually one of my favorites because it proves to everybody that you don't need to have a massive business and a portfolio of 10 properties to be very effective in short-term rentals. Because listen to this. When looking at Airbnb data, smaller independent hosts averaged a 4.81 star rating compared to 4.64 for large property managers. Even better, 55% of single unit hosts have earned themselves a guest favorite badge in comparison to only 23% of large operators. Now, what exactly is driving this change? We believe that we are currently living in an experience over everything market. 70% of all travelers say that experiences are actually the thing that drive them to travel to a certain destination rather than the price. They want authenticity. In fact, 50% of all travelers are more interested in trying out local foods and drinks now than they were 2 years ago. Large management companies struggle to create this personal, authentic connection to their guests. As a small host, your personality is the biggest asset. But to deliver a 5-star experience, your operations need to be in place. For example, our top hosts utilize digital guest guides to offer hyper-local experiences and recommendations. And they automate their standard messages, such as check-ins or even review requests that are crucial to the success of your vacation rental listing. This frees up time for them to actually focus on the hospitality which makes the biggest difference in the enjoyment of the guest. Now, let's jump to our third data point, and this we call the smart searcher and direct booking boom. Guests are in fact getting much smarter with their money. The data shows that guests will actually browse over 19 different listings to finally settle on their booking. They are also leaning heavily on technology. 50% of travelers now intend to use AI to plan out their trips. What this tells us is that guests are becoming more value conscious. They are comparing options endlessly. It's no longer just a single flow of going on Airbnb, finding one listing, and then that's it. When they do find a host that they trust, they want to book directly. And this is not just hearsay. This is actually backed up by our own internal data. In fact, in 2025, direct bookings have gone up by 12%. I mean, just imagine, 12% of all bookings that are commission-free make a huge difference over the course of 1 year. And again, now that we know this, what do we actually do? Well, you have to realize that visibility is now algorithmic. If you want to show up in AI searches and platform filters, your amenities, your descriptions, and your listings have to be completely in place. Once you do capture a guest on an OTA like Airbnb or Booking.com, do not let them leave your listing without letting them know about your own brand. By setting up a professional, commission-free direct booking website, you can offer them value packages and upsells that you wouldn't be able to sell them on Airbnb or Booking.com. Those include exclusive perks, loyal customer discounts, and you protect your margin while offering better stays. And to the point that I've mentioned before about not letting them leave before they know about your brand, you can always upload a picture of your website or your own brand portfolio onto the OTAs. So, concluding this video, there's one thread that is tying all of the data together. It's this: professionalization is no longer optional. With over 4 million active listings in Europe and stricter regulations coming, the casual host is now a major business risk. We at Smoobu no longer believe that you can safely and smoothly rent out a vacation rental without having any type of tool that assists in juggling all the regulations, compliance, as well as your operations. But please do not be confused. Professionalization actually has nothing to do with your portfolio size. It is about the standard of your operation. Whether you manage just 1 or 20 different properties, combining operational simplicity with a high-level guest experience is how you win in 2026. If you want to dig into the exact numbers, see market-by-market breakdowns, and read stories from top-performing hosts, you can download the full 2026 Smoobu Insights report in the description below. And if you are ready to automate and sync your calendar, pricing, and guest communication all in one tool, the Smoobu trial is free for 14 days, and you can just check it out without a credit card. Thanks for watching, and happy hosting, everyone.